welcome to 2Mikes1Mic podcast, the show where two mics talk on a mic about life. I am one of the mics, Michael Joseph Kunzelmagno Jr.
And I am Michael Anthony Zarzana. This is MAZ and MJC, and this is the place to be to talk about absolutely everything.
Very good. We are in episode 3, so we've made a full month of shows. What's going on, Mike? How do you feel? What's going on?
I'm worried that you're going to pull back and pull that thing.
No, we're still, look, it's episode 3, but we're still dealing with a little bit of technical difficulties. That's the sound of Mike moving the microphone.
Before it breaks. Okay,
Before it breaks. We actually did a couple of preambles. We recorded a couple of sound tests just now because we did get some complaints about sound quality on the last podcast. And we're moved into the studio. It's not ready, but we're in here. It's a mess. My bookshelf is an absolute mess, our bookshelf. And we just spent the whole afternoon...
This is for just the people watching on YouTube.
It's a little Spider-Man bobblehead Mike's playing with.
Mike explains the things when I show them on YouTube.
Because it's
I like it. That's what we do.
I know. But,
it's my shtick.
It's your shtick. Your shtick is to show things through radio. Feel the radio. So they could drive... Look, we have 11 YouTube views. So
I love the 11 YouTube views. I don't care if there's 11. Care if there's freaking 5.
We did. We got more radio views than YouTube. But me and Mike, the pressure is off on us because our second show, compared to our first show, completely sucked ass in terms of people listening to it.
It was a bomb.
It was a sophomore slump.
Yeah.
We got something like 140 listens the first episode, and we got something like 40 listens.
Really?
Yeah.
It was that bad.
It was that bad. It was like 100.
Was there any strangers though? That's what I want to know.
I don't. It doesn't tell me who listens.
It should. It
just tells me the numbers.
It should tell you if it's a stranger.
It should. It should be like if
I'm serious.
No, I'm serious. They should have a. I don't know. Maybe it's the site that's hosting us.
Yeah.
But it'd be awesome to know who is coming back and who's new.
What I'm saying is, if it was 140 people listen to the first one, and 90 of them or whatever, a majority of them were people we know, and a few people we don't, and 40 of those people that listened to this time were people we didn't know. That's a win.
It's
probably not the case.
New viewers.
I know
new viewers.
People that listen to
But we also talked about not pushing the show until we felt comfortable either. Right?
No, yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
we tell our friends and we put it on just our Facebook circles, and our Facebook fan page has 180 likes. So
people like everything on Facebook.
I know. It's not a good way to
I could put a penis cartoon, a penis versus a hot dog in a fight, and people will like it, and they'll watch it once, and then I'll post a video about a tree growing beautifully, fast, sped up, and nobody looks at it, and they like it anyway. Oh, it must be another penis thing.
Yeah.
So
I know. And I have to apologize. I'm getting over being sick, so if I cough and my voice sounds a little scratchy,
you were sick?
I didn't feel sick, but my voice felt sick.
I'm in a box with you, Mike.
No.
No ventilation.
My son is getting over the flu, so he was running 103 fever. And April called out of work yesterday. April's my wife, for the people that don't know. Because she wasn't feeling that great.
There was this flu in this house?
There was flu in this house.
And you don't feel good?
Yeah, but I don't feel fluish.
Okay, doctor.
You can't leave. You're locked in now. We've already made out. We've already made out.
That's a lie.
Listen.
That's a lie.
Real quick. If you're listening to this and you actually want to hear a professional podcast, I'm going to do a shout out to That Man on Fat Man. They just had a 2nd year anniversary show.
Yes. And
it's actually a really good place to jump on. They talk about their history. So if you're intimidated by a show that's been around for a while, they just had a jumping on point, their 2-year anniversary show. They are, I'm learning from them right now. Well, we have entrance music now.
Yeah.
I may even put a song at the end of this, an original song, just to fill up time at the end. If you make it to the end of the show, there'll be a nice little treat, a musical treat for you. And but I just want to say Scott Holden, his wife Jean, they've helped us along. They have their own podcast called That Man on Fat Man. They're making a movie called What's a Podcast? Definitely check them out. Now's a good time. They just did a jumping on show.
Scott's a really cool dude.
Yes.
Giving us a lot of pointers. Not snarky or anything.
No,
just really sweet dude. Not like don't bother me. Whatever. Do what you want. Really cool dude. His wife was very sweet as well.
Yeah. They're one of those people. They're one of those people that they don't get intimidated when you want to do something that they do. They're actually supportive.
Yeah.
There's some people that get so tight. It's like they do something and they want to be the best at it, and then the minute you show an interest, they're like, They like poo you away.
God forbid you better.
You know what I mean?
God
Yeah.
forbid
God
you
forbid
have
you
more
have
to
something to say.
Just another 100,000 people doing a podcast.
Yeah.
This one might be the one that steals my audience here, right?
Yeah.
And I talk about, bridal showers, but this will take away from their thing because they're stupid.
Yeah, but that's right. It's like when we making films. There's so many people that don't want to help you because they feel like you're competition, but there's no competition.
You know what made me?
There's no competition.
You know what? I really that you said that, and I like that because you let things just spew in my brain. Things got popping every time you speak, and these memories come back, and that's great. Doing those film festivals. I just pointed to I gotta learn that.
Don't worry about it. It was a little sound effect. Pew, pew, pew. You're pewing.
Every time we did a film festival, and we, got nominated for something, or they played our stuff, our biggest weakness was always money. Like, we just didn't have money to spend a lot.
No.
And then we would see people spend a lot of money, and it would really, it looked pretty, but it was just terrible stories and terrible acting and just terrible shots, and it just looked really good. Like if you stood still, it looks great. Like, but there's some things you can use that could make you, while you're taking a shit, can look great, and you might get an Oscar for it if they film with certain things. But the thing is, these people, you go and like, wow, you have this to the table. You bring this to the table. We could bring this to the table. Why don't we work together? That would be the time where crickets stop playing, and we hear crickets because they're like, "What? Hell, you want? Oh yeah, no, take my information. I'm not working with those hacks. You see how cheap their thing looked, or da da da. It's like, you know what, dude?
We were in the same shoot. It may have looked, the production value may not have been there, but we're sitting in the same fucking festival in the same second showing. So,
exactly.
how much better are you?
So there was something that they liked. Yours looked good. Well, this looks good. It shows. They spent money. Their production.
Nobody wants to form like Voltron. Everybody.
Why does nobody want to form like Voltron?
It's a collaborative medium filmmaking. If we
cue the Voltron music. Wait, we don't have it. But
we don't have it. Maybe next time.
These are placeholders for us later.
I'm not. Listen, we're recording between.
If anybody wants to test out their producing skills, by all means, if you hear this podcast, we can't pay you because we don't make any money.
No.
But if you want to jump on and test your might.
Test your might.
You like that?
Nice.
Please contact us on our Facebook page at
2Mic1Mic. It's 2, the number 2, Mike, M-I-K-E, the number 1, and M-I-C for the mic.
And we do travel.
Yes, we do
So
travel.
if you have a nicer studio, we would absolutely have no problem going there and working there.
Yes, we are licensed drivers.
We are. Oh, yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
All right.
Can't say that about everybody,
So, what's going on this week, my friend?
Well,
what do you want to get off your chest?
I don't really have much to get off my chest. I really wanted to talk more about things we have talked about, just real quick to catch up on.
Okay.
Like, we talked last week about Deadpool.
Yeah.
And we talked and we said how it was like a fan film, a big made fan film. And it actually got me thinking in the last couple of weeks of other fan films I've seen recently. Like, they did a Gotham by Gaslight fan film. Mm-hmm. And there was a Suicide Squad fan film that was done.
I saw that.
And there's been a ton of fan films throughout the years, right? And
some of the worst acting are on
some of the worst acting are on fan films. But we have always watched them because it was like the only place to go.
To see certain things.
To see certain things. But this goes back to what we were talking about. People have a passion, they don't have a lot of money, and they were making something.
But here's the thing, some people, they spend money.
But that's what I was getting to.
I don't get that, though. I mean, make a fan film, it's great for us, but there's always some way you're getting reimbursed and hits or something, because my God, some of these things, well, they have the GoFundMe stuff.
Yeah.
Because, but still, it's like, dude, you spent money on it.
Like Gotham by Gaslight, I don't want to rip on a filmmaker because they're not known. He's doing something out of passion. Yeah. And there was so much production value behind it, but it was just so boring. It was 20 minutes. Did you watch the whole thing? It was so boring.
No.
And it was like...
You got 2 minutes to captivate me.
Yeah,
on a YouTube.
On a YouTube
fan film, you have 2 minutes to captivate me.
Well, I think that's an avenue we've always talked about we haven't done. We have a script already. We have a Moon Knight fan film thing going. But we've never done it. And I wonder what drives somebody to make the fan
We were going to spend like a good $200 on that.
$200.
Word!
A full two Franklins on that thing.
Hell yeah, man.
But in terms of we stopped because we realized that the level that the movies have been getting and the levels of fan films they've been spending, is it worth it? Is it worth to do the $200 fan film for our own case? Like in our life, is it worth it? If we can't get the right costume, even though we love the story that we made.
The story is good. I like the story. I like the scenario. It's almost like it comes down to it's like you said, our times is a lot more precious than it used to be. So it sounds great, and if like we got off the phone and met up and started shooting. Yeah. But to put the planning in it, because I don't want to make a fan film that looks like garbage or rushed. Because we just want to do it. Yeah. You know, I mean, think about it. We do the 2-week podcast right now. One, to just work our way in it, but two, because as of right now, the timing is hard. We don't have as much time. Yes. So if I'm gonna honestly put myself into doing something, it's got to be for a reason. It's fun, but then we'd have to just take a day. Yeah. If it could take a day, I'd do anything. Yeah. That's the truth.
It takes one day. If it
takes one day to shoot something like that for us, for YouTube, for people, that's fun. Yeah. I mean, that's fun.
But because and this is what I was driving at. It goes to motivation, right? Like to motivate yourself to do something these days as you get older. And it sounds like an excuse because the only way to live your life is to actually to do things that you want to do.
This is Deep Talk by Mike Console Magno.
But we're not a comedy show. We're not a comedy cast. We can talk about anything.
Exactly.
And I've been actually feeling very melancholy the last couple of weeks because we're doing the show, which is great. This podcast is great, but it is a placeholder thing for other things that we've always wanted to do. But the very first podcast I talked about how happy I was with my family, which I am. I'm content. But at the same time, this is supposed to be filling me up creatively, and it has. But we really only have the time to do it. This is our third episode. It's a month in. We really only have the time to do it every 2 weeks. And the bad part about this is it's like a junkie thing, right? Now that we're doing something kind of creative, I really want to do more things. But I can't do them on my own because of schedule. Yeah. And everything I want to do is a collaborative thing. I don't really have an idea for the novel to sit and write my own novel. You know, all my ideas are visual, either movie ideas or comic book ideas where I need somebody to draw. Because if you want to read a stick figure comic, I can make it. But I don't want to read a stick figure comic.
Honestly. Yeah. Honestly, you would read a stick figure comic if the writing was really good. Yeah, and I don't mean cheap stick figure. Yeah. I don't mean that. That honestly, I don't know if you know what you just did right now. What? But when you said that, I don't even must read a stick figure. You don't read a stick figure comic. You look at the stick figures and you read the comic. Yeah. But I'm not talking about a cheap stick, but
like
stick
just line.
Not just line. I'm saying maybe the next level in stick figure.
Like the next level. What's the next level in stick figure?
Like the stick figure would be one line. Yeah. Maybe you make it 2 lines attached to the top, like a very long eye. Yeah. So you can add little spots or dots or something.
A little detail.
Like a detailed.
Detailed stick figure.
You know what? Because here's the thing. Yeah. You do that. Yeah. And you're like, oh, this is really good, and the story's just still see the story, but I like the squeaky chair. I know. Yeah. You're gonna get some WD-40 next time.
I have WD-40.
Well, it's too late now. It's a little fucking suffocating here. That's not a bad idea. I don't know if you. I don't know. My brain popped when I said, I know you. I know what you see. Yeah. But you're not gonna. You could try to sell it.
The theory is go less talent than you know you can do. Because if you do your best,
less artistic talent
than you know you can do.
Not your artistic writing talent.
Because if I try my best at my artistic talent, it will be subpar anyway.
Exactly.
So do something that is super subpar but artistic, because it will be different enough that it will then be its own thing.
I would read that.
Then it would be its own thing.
I read comics.
It's not necessarily a bad idea.
I would read that.
I would find see, but the thing with that is I wouldn't want it just to be a gimmick. I want it to be the story to match. It's almost like when we made my first short was a black and white film, because I was taking a class on black and white photography. So I wanted to make films that the black and white medium made sense, where if you added color, it would actually take away from the film, you know? So if I'm going to do a stick figure thing, I'd want to do something that's not... Well, I really wanted to do Star Wars, but I don't have the artistic ability, so let me do it stick figure Star Wars. It would have to be something that makes sense for that type of
The challenge is, could you make stick figures... Could you do it and make the stick figures... Could you make people, by the end of the book, forget their stick figures? That's...
Well, I believe
Remember, it's a circle
it's
head.
almost
But
like you said, you need 2 minutes into a YouTube video. I believe if people are looking for the second issue or the second chapter, they've already bought in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't even think it's by the end of the book. I think it's more.
And then by the end of the first book.
Yeah.
That's the
Well,
issue.
yeah, you know, past the initial point.
I'd make the whole thing a book, honestly.
Yeah.
One novel.
But you know, it actually that cheered me up a little bit because, like I was saying, I was feeling a little depressed, a little melancholy.
Yeah, you're
because,
making me depressed. Right?
Because I want to do creative things, but I do realize that it's a double-edged sword because the more time I spend doing that, the less time I'm going to have to spend with my family, and the less time and the more arguing I'm going to have with my wife because you know, when you have young kids, it takes up a lot of your day. Just general, when I get home from work, it's helping the kids get ready for bed. It's putting them to sleep. And God forbid, like this week, I worked late every week. We had a really tough week on Cage. It's near the end of the season, and our schedules are getting crunched. You know, we have hard outs because the actors are only available for a certain amount of time before the next show starts in. They actually started prep on Iron Fist. Mm-hmm. So I worked really long days this week, and I didn't even see my kids. You know, they pretty much just put them to bed. So I didn't get to get involved in another thing. It's like one of those things. I'd have to almost take a day. I'd almost have to take a day and do it on my own time. And in my business, if you don't work, you don't get paid. So if I'm taking a day off, it's now not a $200 movie, it's a $500 movie because I just didn't get paid for that day. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you a story.
Yeah.
In 1999,
yeah,
I was in wrestling school, and our school would travel and do shows everywhere. And we did a show somewhere in Jersey. It was outside. It was my first outside show. I'm sorry about the squeaky chair, guys, but I got
we'll
a
fix,
little bit. Yeah,
it'll be the next thing we fix.
Yeah,
We fix things every
week.
week.
The squeaky chair's bothering you, then you're like the person following the fly anyway. So get over it. So it was my first outside show, which is pretty cool. I was only gonna do a little battle royal, meaning you get in the ring, you get thrown out. That's pretty quick.
Yeah.
So I came into the trailer where everybody got changed, and in the trailer was King Kong Bundy. I don't know if you know who King Kong Bundy is, but he's, quite a legend in wrestling. So I'm about 17 years old. I walk into the trailer, do your hellos, because you walk in, you say hello to everybody, that's how they teach you. And there's King Kong Bundy, naked. Naked. I have seen a WWE legend naked.
How close was he to
like me and you, dude.
Yeah.
I had to sit down and get changed next to him. Naked.
Like you could smell his lunch.
You could smell his undercarriage.
Yeah.
It was disgusting to see the size of his schlong.
Well, so even over the rolls of fat, you can see.
You can see the schlong. He was. See, that's the thing.
He's not fat.
He is. He's fat, but not that fat.
Yeah.
Sumo fat.
Okay.
Like if you punched his belly, it didn't jiggle.
No.
You know?
Oh, so he was solid.
And this was older in it.
He's like Kingpin, like
yes,
solid, like
he
not
the
not
perfect Kingpin. Yeah. No neck at all though. So, yeah, that's my story. I saw WWE Legends penis. Okay, that was it. You can go back to you now.
That's a complete non sequitur.
Yeah, that's how I wore, bro.
That's right.
That's how I roll.
But we can talk about penis.
No, I'd say that was it. I don't talk about penis anymore. I don't talk about penis.
You know what? This just reminds me of something. This is something you don't know. Recently, I'm not going to say who because it's their own private business, right? Somebody.
It's something I don't know.
Something you don't know. It's a recent thing. Somebody asked me if I knew they were bisexual.
Huh?
Yeah.
Somebody asked you if they knew you were. Not you.
No, not me.
Oh, okay.
And the thing of it is I didn't, right? But I've always felt like that I was somebody that comes across as non-judgmental.
But how the hell would you know somebody's bisexual? It's not like you're gay. You're bi-fucking-sexual.
But like they seemed cool. They seemed cool with it, like after the fact, because initially I guess the conversation was they weren't sure how I would take it, and I was more worried about what that said about me instead of them, because it's like
they asked you,
do I come
did
across
you know if they were bisexual?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah.
So, Mike, did you know I was bisexual?
No.
Why the fuck did they ask you that?
Because there was joking around about actors and stuff, and you know how like we'll joke around and we'll be like, even though we're not really joking, like Ryan Reynolds is really handsome because he is really handsome.
Great looking.
You know what I mean? So it was more along the lines of conversations like that, and I guess I'm so used to the way we are so open about, like, you know, we don't, like, we could talk about people if they're good looking because they're good looking, and it has nothing to do with sexuality, you know.
I mean,
and then the guy and I was making jokes, and he was like, "Oh, you know I'm bisexual, right?" And I was like, "No." And they're like, "Oh, I hope you're all right with it." And I'm like, "Well, yeah. Why wouldn't I be all right with it?" So like, why wouldn't I be all right? With
wait.
it?
So you were making jokes, and then he wanted you to know he was bisexual, so
Yeah.
that maybe you wouldn't make certain jokes.
I don't know if it was so much about certain jokes.
Because I would have said, "Dude, pick a side.
Yeah.
You don't just get to, oh, I'm gay, I'm straight, I'm gay, I'm straight, and you're just. I'm not a single man, but if I was a single man, I might want to punch you in your face. Why are you taking all the snap? So you pretend you're gay in front of the girls."
No, I don't think it's that. They just think because they're not like that. I've seen him around women, and it's not like he pretends he's gay. It's just who he is.
I don't like bisexuals. I don't like bisexual men.
No?
I don't think it's cool.
Well,
No. Men, no. Here's the thing. Men are pigs in the first place, okay? So that you're such a pig that you have to go and do both. So you just said, I just need to have sex with everything.
but what about girls?
What do you mean about girls?
Bisexual girls.
Bisexual girls? It's different.
It's different.
It's slightly different, and I'll tell you why it's slightly
Why
different.
slightly different?
The many bisexual girls I've met were either just curious or hated men so much that they went that way. That's just talking about the bisexuals. I'm not talking about the people that straight up say they come out and say they're gay.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about them. And it's my experience.
Yeah.
So everybody else's experience is my experience, and I've met a lot of them. Never one bisexual woman. And then women that, have done things with, like, done people that have done things with groups and such like that. But when it's not presented, they're not looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to me,
Because I know you don't have a problem with gay people.
I have best gay friends.
Yeah.
Or whatever. That's gay.
I know.
That's gay. I don't hate gays. I don't like bisexual men.
But you don't hate bisexual. You just don't.
I dislike bisexual men. You know what?
Icky.
I hate bisexual men.
Don't say that.
I do. That's it.
There's
Done.
no point for hate.
There is hate because I've seen
It doesn't affect you.
It does. And not me right now because I'm not single. But I've been single
Yes.
with a bisexual guy, and he was, we went out to meet girls.
Yeah. But what about like swinger couples?
Wait. We'll get to the swinger couples in a
right.
minute. But this is the thing, real quick. So, all right, we're going to go meet girls. And then, all right, cool. And we weren't meeting any girls. Or, the thing is, I wanted to go talk to a couple girls, and he felt like it would be too much work. So I went to go talk to a guy. I was like, what are you following the guy for? I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, I do that too for fun sometimes. Freaks some people out.
Yeah.
And he's like, I go both ways. Excuse me, I said? Was it bother you? No, if you were gay, it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah.
So you just gonna dodge these chicks because that's too hard to come in with me, and you figure the guy would be an easy grab.
So you think it's because you don't like them because you think it's a lazy move?
It's a lazy move. Too many options. I pick
Too many options. A lazy move.
pisses me off.
All right. So then, what do you think of couples then, where a woman accepts it or a man accepts it on their partner's side?
That's an open relationship.
That's an open relationship.
I don't bash open relationships.
So bisexual man in a marriage isn't as bad as bisexual man.
The rarity of a woman being okay with the bisexual man is not. It's the woman's a lot. It happens more with the women. Than
It happens more with a husband is married to a bisexual woman.
Yeah.
So what's the perfect bisexual? Two bisexuals married together?
I don't. I feel like it would be a rarity. It'd be like seeing a unicorn.
Like the unicorn.
Seeing
the
Bigfoot.
unicorn of sexual freedom.
Or seeing the leprechaun. It would have to be. That's a rarity, man.
I don't even know how this happened because this conversation.
This is real
I tried to make this a conversation about me and like how somebody viewed me, and it became a whole different thing.
Well, the guy's an ass.
He's not an ass.
I don't know him. He might be a friend. That's not fine.
He's definitely not an ass.
Okay.
Definitely not an ass.
I don't know him.
No.
And he sounds like an ass.
No. It's. I was more worried because I've always felt like I was a nice guy.
Have I ever met him?
I don't think you've met him.
Then he's an ass.
Then he's an ass. I don't think you've met him.
If it was a family member, I would have changed, but I clearly haven't met them, so it's
yeah, no, it's not a family member. You know my
and not a best friend.
You know my family members who are gay.
I would fight like one of your brothers if he did that and said it to me. Like, bro, what are you serious? You can't fucking just stick to one thief?
Yeah, no. There's nobody you know. There's nobody close. It's not me. It's not Abe. It's nobody. It's nobody like that.
It's not you. You're married.
Well, I know.
Ooh.
It's not.
All right.
No, definitely not. And it's not one of these things. But I remember when we were going out to clubs when we were younger. And, we were single, and there was a lot of women.
Tell the story about my 21st birthday. Tell the story about my 21st birthday. Please tell me you remember the story about my 21st birthday.
Was this when we were in Brooklyn?
Yeah, no. Not Brooklyn. No.
We were jumping
around the city.
Oh, yeah, no. Yes, the angel puppet.
Not the angel puppet part. That's cute. I'm talking about when we were at a bar.
McSorley's when we got kicked out?
No, we were no. The bar we went to. All right, we went to that bar.
Listen, it was a drinking night.
And we were getting wrong.
There are certain things about that night that are like legendary, but you're talking about something that may be a side.
Those are cool stuff.
This may be a side story.
It was the typical. Me and Mike would go out.
All right, draw my memory.
We were out. I remember the bar. It was one of the first bars we hit.
Yeah.
We didn't hit McSorley's first. No, sorry.
No, we hit McSorley's
It was one of the
first.
last bars
We got kicked out before 11 o'clock because we were too wild.
Yes. Because we were doing Let's Go Yankee chant, was it?
Let's go Mets. And I was asking people if they were drug dealers because this was the
beepers.
Yeah.
Oh, the beepers all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually a little sad now.
Yeah, that's funny.
Okay.
Life has changed.
That was so much better. Just kidding.
This girl's got 2 beepers. What are you drug dealer?
Mike used to be such a dick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I had a chip on my shoulder.
And he was just a dick.
Yeah, that's right.
Not to me. He was
No.
sweet to his family and friends, but to strangers, if you had 3 seconds, if not, he was a dick.
Yeah, 3 seconds to be nice to me. Otherwise, I rip you off.
Oh, so all right.
The teeth came out.
So me and Mike would go. That's not true. I didn't start punching people. That's a lie.
No, the teeth.
Oh, your teeth.
Oh, yeah.
You bit a woman once. You could tell that story later.
That's right, true. I used to bite them. I forgot. If they didn't want to make out, I would bite them.
Me and Mike used to go out, and it's crazy. Me and Mike would go out, and we would like to dance.
Yeah.
We never really went out for the girls. Like,
no.
It happened a lot, but it wasn't our focal points. But by doing so and ignoring maybe sometimes a group of girls being next to us and me and Mike dancing like ass schmucks, but it's funny. It's fun. We would hear and they're gay. The first few times we went, what?
Yeah, that's right.
But
which didn't help us.
No.
By the way, by going, what?
But it was a serious reaction. We actually kind of wanted to smack somebody.
Yeah.
Basically a woman. So anyway, that went on for. This wasn't at the beginning. When I'm talking about this was not the beginning of this.
No.
That happened a lot. So we go out, and we're in. I don't remember the bar. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't remember. I obviously don't even remember this.
I just remember that it was one of those it was level in the city, level floor storefront. You go in, bada boom, wasn't big. It was kind of dead.
Yeah.
There was a lot of hip hop. We went in. We got a few drinks. I could see it. I wish I had.
Tunnel? Was this
No, nothing. No, it
wasn't a big club.
It was a bar.
It was a bar.
It was a bar. No, it was a bar.
We
were jumping into every bar.
Yeah.
I wanted to use my ID.
Oh, that's right. You were 21. We were just going
ID.
Yeah.
You were 32. ID.
I wasn't 32. You bastard. I was in my 20s.
Yes. So we're dancing, having a good time, and then all of a sudden, a girl was dancing behind you. And you didn't see it, as a joke, and you didn't see her, I pulled you near me as the joke. And she made the C-U-N-T face at me like, what? Like,
I don't remember this.
Oh my God, Hector would remember. Hector would remember this.
Yeah.
Because then Hector tried to be behind you dancing like sexy, and he just can't dance.
No.
So I went to the bar after that, and you and your boyfriend are really cute. I was like, it's not my fucking boyfriend. I was like, we're not gay. No, you're gay. And walked away. You don't remember that part. You don't remember that.
She called you gay because you pulled me away. That's funny. Are you getting phone calls in the middle of the thing?
Actually, hold on a sec. This is school security.
School security?
Yeah. Hello? I am Michael. Yes. Well, what school? What school was it? Yes. What? Yes. Okay. It's going off now. No, nobody worked there today. I will contact somebody to get over there. No problem.
All right. What was that phone call?
The alarm goes off sometimes in the school, like a sensor or something. It resets itself.
Okay.
The security card calls you, just so you know, and we know what it is, and moving on. I'm not going.
No. Okay.
No.
Well, I'm leaving this in the show. Everything's in the show. It's a live show. It's a live show. Mike works at school.
I could have ignored that.
On his day job.
There's a list.
Yeah.
I'm like the 4th one on the list, which means
But
nobody.
doesn't it feel important? Something happens at work, they call you.
Actually, if I went there right now, I'd get 2 hours of overtime.
2 hours overtime?
Just for checking.
That's nice. It's not bad.
Not going.
But okay, so to get back to the story, we're in the club. The girl's dancing behind me. You pull me away as a joke. The girl sees us out on the street. Goes, by the way, you and your friend are cute.
You and your friend are a cute couple.
You and your friend are a cute couple. You say, we're not a couple, I'm not gay. And she goes to you and she goes, oh no, you're gay.
No. I said, we're not gay.
Yeah.
And she goes, and tap my leg. Oh no, you guys are. And she walked off. I went in and you were still spinning. I go, Mike, that chick so thinks we're gay. Fuck her! I don't give a fuck. I'll get down right now like that. And I was like, done.
That's so funny. I wish I would remember that. I wish I would have remembered that. There's something familiar about the girl saying, like, you telling me the girl said, hey,
you know, I don't remember the bar. It was
a nothing bar.
It was nothing.
It was a nothing
bar. It was garbage. It actually smelled.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That's so funny. That is really funny. That phone call threw me off because we were going, and now I'm like trying to find a train again. I just looked at my notes. I wrote a little bit of notes on a sheet of paper, but nothing in here I could segue to. So I'm just gonna start talking about things that are in my notes.
You want me to tell you another story?
No. I don't want stories. I talked to Method Man this week. I actually talked to Method Man this week. He was working on Luke Cage. He does a little guest spot. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that, but I'm saying it. So if I get in trouble, I get in trouble. It's not plot related. I kind of choked though because I didn't mention the show. I talked to him for like a good 5 minutes.
You can't talk to him right there about the show anyway.
Well, we were in the middle of the set.
Hi, I'm Mike. You want to go on my show?
No. It wasn't like that. He just came off rehearsing a scene. He had to go.
He was just playing a character.
No, he's playing himself.
Man, that's made from Staten Island. I'm home.
Yeah, no, but
are they on Staten Island?
No, they're not on Staten Island. No, but he's playing himself. He's Method's been doing a lot of acting lately.
Yeah. No.
So he was on Blue Bloods. He did a guest spot. So he's been around the stages, and I've seen him before around the stages.
I love Method Man.
I love Method Man. Well,
I love Method
We seriously want Meth on the show.
I love Method
Man. And I have been for the last, not month, but I guess since before the last show, when I joked about getting him on the first show, I've seriously been inquiring about Method Man, and I'm slowly working my way to get him on the show. I know one of his good friends, and that was my in to talk to him at the show, because I mentioned her to Method Man on the stage, and we talked for like a good 5 minutes after that.
Oh yeah,
because he knew I was good people, because he knew I knew the person. I knew certain stories about him that you wouldn't know, and I just had a really nice conversation with him. So I think it actually leaves the door open a little bit to now go to his friend and go, hey, if we get Meth on the show, he'll know who I am, at least by face, that we worked together, that he we spent 12 hours with me on a set and everything was cool. So there's a Method Man is inching closer and closer to being on this podcast.
That'd be a cool show.
Which would be cool.
I got questions to ask him.
I do got questions to ask him. That's the show we made pre-record.
You know the sad thing is there are no music questions I have to ask him.
No.
Is that weird?
He probably gets that all the time though. I would hint at some of the music stuff because we're fans, but how many we're not a music show. I want to know about certain things.
I'm an entertainment. We're an entertainment show about entertainment and life.
Yeah. And another thing that happened this week on the show is I take every opportunity I can to get my name on television shows I work on. Now, this is something that people might not know. When you're in the art department of a show, and they have like plaques on the walls, like police force plaques or like the presidential.
What the fuck did you do?
The presidential seal. I'm getting to it. You put names of crew members in these things, right? So there was a whiteboard in a big police military vehicle. Like these police vans where they do like headquarters, mobile headquarters? Yeah. Okay. Inside mobile headquarters are a ton of whiteboards, right? Yeah. And part of my job was to dress. Yeah, I know, my chair's squeaking too. Part of my job is to dress the police van, inside the police van. Yeah. So what we do is we'll take police papers with the...
Wait, so is it actual, like... I want to ask you a question right there on the story. It's not like... It wasn't like a set...
No, it's not a set.
You actually filming... How the hell are they filming?
It's in a van.
It's a big...
It's big. It's a mobile headquarters unit.
Yeah.
So it's a hallway...
I always wondered if, shot outside truck, shot inside on a stage.
Well, they do that for some things.
I meant like vehicle-wise.
But a lot of vehicle shots, which a lot of people don't know, like a lot of armored car stuff, a lot of... it's actually shot inside armored cars. Wow. SWAT vehicles. This was an actual police mobile headquarters, which is about the size of a city bus.
Do they cut like holes in it?
No, they don't.
That's so tight though.
Well, the cameras have gotten so small now that they can switch lenses and they can use smaller camera bodies to get inside the hallways. And they'll shoot through the windows, they'll shoot through the doors, they'll leave the doors open, and they'll frame it so you don't realize where they are. Wow. You know, they'll zoom in and they'll rock it. They'll take big pieces of wood, and the special effect guys will rock the thing up and down to make it move. You know, so it's an actual vehicle.
That's cool.
And the mobile headquarters, I've never been in one before. It's actually really cool. And I was writing things on the boards that like Easter eggs for Marvel fans. So the Ant-Man and the Hulk fought in a Coke commercial. So I put on the board, I put Shrinking Man ? Coke cover us versus Mr. Green. So, you know, it was like a nice hint to the Coke commercial. But what I also did is, I know the Iron Fist thing is coming up. So I put in letters, Trouble at Rand Corp. Because there's a Rand Corporation in Iron Fist. And I put things like, there's a character called Blue Marvel, and I just put like...
What did you do?
Okay, basically, to get my name...
I don't know what you did.
I wrote in as big letters as possible. I wrote Consul Magno Crime Family takes over Staten Island after Fisk power vacuum. And I put it on a whiteboard, and I put it somewhere. I don't know where they're going to shoot when I'm dressing it. I get there, and they start rehearsing, and they have the main actress right in front of the Consul Magno Crime Family. So, my family may be a Marvel...
They didn't say anything about it?
It stayed the whole time.
You fucking serious?
No.
They didn't say anything about it? You
Nothing.
do some cool shit, man.
So my family name is now We're a Crime Family in the Marvel Universe. If it appears on the episode. Who knows how they're going to cut it. So, but they do that though. But that's not illegal to do. Because like I said, it's very often they'll put crew member names on things. Because they have a lack of names. And when you sign these NDAs and sign this stuff, it's just a cool little insider thing to do. Like, I had a basketball one time where I had to sign it as if like a basketball player signed it.
Yeah.
My nephew loves basketball, so I put his name on it with his number, and I put it in a display case.
That's cool.
You know, so it's like, but that's things you do.
I want you to like find all this stuff.
Yeah.
Snippets.
And put it I've been the president. My name has been Michael Consul Magno has been on the presidential seal in a show called Alpha House. Like you can't see it though because it's in a plaque. I'd have to like zoom in like 100 times, and it'd have to be movie zoom where it doesn't get pixelated for you to see it.
I don't know, dude. And keep this up after the next 3, maybe 2, 3 more years.
Yeah.
And we could do a little thing about it.
We can do a little thing, just all Consul Magno everywhere.
If this ever becomes, you know, a PodClash, your mother. PodClash.
That's when we fight other podcasts. PodClash. We go around just
podcast and filmed a YouTube video and like professional in one, where it's all one. You know, where that producer, if you're out there, connects.
Yeah.
That's something I'd say, even though we're on radio, well, you know, podcasting. If a lot of people watch the video, I would say, okay, and now for the people watching us on YouTube, here's where Michael's name popped up this week.
Yeah.
Boom. And just show it, and I think that'd be cool.
But we gotta wait for this because it's Cage, right? So Cage won't even come out till like November.
But you ain't gonna be doing this for another 2 years.
Yeah.
I hope not, but you never know.
Yeah.
40 people listen to the second episode. So I don't know.
Listen, if we're at this pace, then there'll be 10 people that listen to this, and those will be the loyal group. Those will be the group we have to hold on to.
We can have cool contests, and after 10 contests, everybody will win. Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably win.
But I wanted to bring that up. Like, this is a little cool things that happen on set.
That's cool. That's actually, I like that.
Isn't it?
Like, did you tell me this already?
I told you. I didn't tell them.
I didn't remember you telling me this.
I told you this. This was on a drive home.
I forget things, Mike.
But that's another problem too, because we're friends.
Things?
No, nothing that we forget.
It's not
things.
a problem, and you say this every week, and it's a positive. We talk about life, and I was talking about life with them. It's a positive.
It's a positive to keep talking to each other.
Always.
He
wants to stop talking to me.
I don't want to stop talking to you.
Podcast.
But like this story.
I'll end this podcast right now.
No. There's stories we tell that is so natural. Like I think I told that pretty naturally, but I have told you that before.
And I forget things all the time.
You do forget.
I'm very
like you just told me something just now about your sister. Now you can tell that to the podcasters.
Okay.
And this ties back to last week.
Oh, last week Deadpool, he made the comment about people bringing their kids in there, and he's very uncomfortable. So my sister, who's not very computer savvy, unless you look at Facebook, and that's where it ends, and Instagram and selfies. That's it. I have 3 nieces, 3 beautiful nieces, and she saw the trailers for Deadpool. Now, clearly in the trailers, they're not rated R.
Yeah.
My sister's older than me. She sees the rated R. She goes, "How bad can it be?" Now, not to me. This is, I found out after the fact that they went. I come home, and my nieces go, "We saw Deadpool." I look down, I look up at her. She goes, "Mike, I didn't know." I go, "It's rated R." She goes, "What do you mean? Rated R wasn't like that. Rated R didn't mean arms cut off and ripped open. It meant like you dropped the F-bomb once in a blue, which is still not the reason to bring your little kid, even though your 12, your 11-year-old, your 9-year-old, and your 7-year-old. But she didn't think. I don't know what she thought it was because of the costume.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, Dawn, there was boobies. And then I said, and then she goes, yeah, I know. I told him to cover their eyes. Then I was like, all right, maybe a girl seeing boobies is not bad. Cause
no, they have them.
Peepees would be bad.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as they started getting hot and heavy, she was covering the girl's
here's the
eyes.
thing. All right. Here's the thing. She told her girls to cover her eyes.
But once it started, because she didn't know it was coming.
Because there was boobies, right? But you're saying it's not bad because the girls have boobies.
Yeah.
Now, we all have penises. I don't want my son looking at another guy's penis.
No. I'm saying it's not like he's going to go, oh my God, he's got a penis. I'm not saying it's a penis in the movie. It's a penis in the movie. You just say you no problem with gay people, but you can't see a penis on a movie?
There's something about seeing a wang. I don't know. I'm not gay. I don't have a problem with gay people. That doesn't mean it doesn't mean I want to see dildos all over the place.
On my 21st birthday, that woman said we're gay.
Oh
no, honey, you guys are gay.
But here's why I don't think I'm gay. Because when I see
why
penis,
are you even thinking if you're not gay?
Because we live in a fucked up world where you have to evaluate yourself. When I see a penis, I know I don't want that in my mouth or anywhere near my body. When I see a strange penis.
Maybe you want it.
Because I'm Italian. We eat everything. So mouth is always.
So you don't want to eat any dicks.
I don't want to eat any dicks. Unless it's chocolate, because I made.
You would eat a chocolate dick?
I made like an actual chocolate dick.
I would eat any penis shaped food. I don't care what it is.
Because if it's because it's good. What if it's like penis shaped avocado mixed with? I was mixing it with anchovies.
I like anchovies. I love.
But avocado and anchovies together, man.
I don't think it'd be bad.
In the penis mold.
Yeah.
You sure you're not bisexual? You just hate yourself?
I've kissed a few men left and right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You kissed me on the mouth too, buddy.
Listen, you acted recently in something too. That wasn't a gay part.
The hell are you talking about?
The Omar thing.
I wasn't gay in that.
No.
I wanted to be gay.
Oh, you wanted?
I said make my character gay, something cool.
I did. No, I remember that. That's why I brought. That's why it just clicked in my head.
Yeah, no.
You were trying to change the character to make it more interesting.
That was wild. It never stuck.
No, it never stuck.
Because there was a woman. He's like, what are we gonna do? So we'll just be friends. That made no sense.
Yeah.
I just wanted to play something different.
Yeah.
Like,
but no, Mike's still acting too. He performed last week in a play, but he doesn't talk about it.
I'm in this play
Yeah.
called What If. It's a semi-traveling play right now. It's a dramedy.
Yes.
And
like a Tyler Perry-ish, right?
And it's Tyler Perry-ish and...
All black cast except for Mike. Mike's white.
I am the only...
Mike's the token white guy.
There's one Puerto Rican Spanish girl.
Yeah, you're right. And we've already decided that the Hispanics are white, too.
Yes, we're all white, yeah.
We made that decision
last
week.
Yes, so just two white people. So, it's... What's going on now is... Which is a little different than we were talking... He does these things, like one-shot deals, and goes somewhere else and does one-shot deals. And we're altering things as we go.
So it's a living work of art.
Yeah.
In quotation marks.
Like, this next show is going to be completely different. Like,
wow.
Like, things are changed.
So it's basic plot, but they're changing
the plot's the same. It's almost like this one, the character plays Wig.
Yeah. Who's
basically a what-if fairy.
Yeah.
Changes a girl.
A what-if fairy.
Yeah.
So it's meta. There's actual magic in the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, with sound effects.
Yeah.
And lighting. Not much. Very cheap play, but they don't have the money.
Well, plays don't need a lot.
It has the potential to be good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I actually told him maybe he should step back and let you direct. No, I'm not kidding. I mentioned we had a conversation about you drawing because that web series he made.
Yeah.
That the guy destroyed. He's like, can I have your friend Mike's number again? Because I got a new phone. Yeah. He's like,
I'm willing to help.
No, not help. He wants you. I was like, direct it.
All right. Well, listen. I
actually do everything. I was like,
we just talked about me doing something.
But here's the thing. I said to him, if you want to do something like this, and you want to do it, give it to him. You give him the scripts. He's going to alter things slightly to make it, your idea. You're producing all that stuff. But he's going to want to make it a little bit of his own. He goes, I don't got a problem with that. As long as he doesn't turn one character that I love into a dinosaur. Something ridiculous.
Yeah,
ridiculous. So give it to him. Let him look at it. Yeah. Let him tweak it. Let him see what he thinks about it. And then, because he had some woman directing it, he had some guy shooting it, he had some guy. He had these people, and they all. I was like, well, with me and Mike, if he directs it and we shoot it. When I'm not on, because I was a part, not a huge part, not a little part, but a medium part. Yeah. I would always help, because there were scenes with just Omar. Yeah. And he's a really good director, and I've seen him direct things that aren't his, like the play that Brian Poland did. What was it? What was the play that Brian Pillman did? When we did what was the play? He did...
The Black Box Theater play?
Well, the one that was a real story that you guys paid for the rights to do.
Oh, Danny the Deep Blue Sea?
Yeah.
We did Danny the Deep Blue Sea.
You directed him in that play.
Yeah.
So it wasn't your thing. Like you didn't,
it wasn't my thing.
Yeah, it's because you've done it and you do a good job with it.
Yeah.
Danny the Deep, I knew I was right.
Yeah.
Making me look like I'm crazy.
No, I did a couple of shows with Brian.
They were all from other people's work?
Yeah. No, not everything. I wrote something.
Oh, all right.
And then and then the next thing we did was The Shape of Things. That was a 4-person cast. I didn't write that. No.
All right. So the same. So I know sometimes your directing comes out really good. I mean, really good, different, and a different way you go with it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. It's not. You're not personally attached to that. You
Yeah.
get attached to the story. You make it your own.
Yeah, but you're not personally attached to every
the
single
writing
thing.
or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
You don't have preconceived ideas
You
of
come
what
in like
the
it's a
character's
job
supposed to
with
be.
that.
Yeah, I do.
A passionate job.
Yeah.
Where not a passionate project. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know what I mean.
Yeah.
You can get passionate about something, but you're not beholden to anything that came before because you don't know what went into it. So you're taking it as it is.
Yeah.
So if you're taking something as it is, you see the rougher edges more than somebody that's become nose blind to it. It's almost like when you walk in a person's house who has cats, you could smell the cats right away and they can't. They're too close to the cats. They don't know the cats are nasty, but you know that shit's nasty. You know it's time to change that litter box. You know what I mean?
No, I hate it, brother.
Because there's nothing wrong with cats on the surface.
No.
But every once in a while, you gotta spray down the house.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
I mean, I have to say, for a show where we tried to plan this show, and we thought the Oscars were going to be a big source.
That's how much we gave a shit about that.
And when the Oscars sucked balls, our show kind of fell apart because we were really going to have a nice show about this.
Yeah.
I was like, we went into last week really knowing we were going to talk about Deadpool, and I thought we had a really nice show, even though nobody fucking listened to it.
Yeah.
I really came into the show. We had no nice show. I think we've been really scattered, but I don't think the show's been bad.
I don't.
This feels like more like us.
Yeah.
This feels more like how we talk in real life.
Yeah.
Which isn't really fun.
Which in my head today coming here, I was saying to myself, I gotta. I've always been being me.
Yeah.
But now I'm being me, mindful of that being recorded. Today I was like,
I've always been that way. Even today, I'm a little mindful of being recorded.
I'm done with it. I won't care.
I think hopefully by next week I'll just forget that we're recording, because I actually enjoy this now, especially if nobody's listening. I mean, we'll fall into a format. We were supposed to have a little opening today. We had the music, and I think we totally forgot. We totally forgot about what we learned last week. What things we talked about. We were going to do what we learned last week, a real quick segment. I tried the real quick segment, doing the shout out to Scott, but then I thought you were going to come back. I did it. We didn't really do what we learned though. I guess we did.
Yeah, fuck it.
We talked about. I mean, we're going to do a roundup at the end.
Yeah, we round up what you want.
Yeah.
But
in terms of other things we usually talk about, something major happened, and it's not just a major thing for us because it was in major news outlets. It was on ESPN.
Yeah, I heard
it. It was on Mike McKip. Friggin' the Yankees announcer is what's his name?
I'm not gonna help you.
You have to help me. I'm a Yankee fan. I should know this.
Mr. Yankee over there.
I am Mr. Yankee.
Oh, I forgot his name.
Oh my God. Robin Lundberg talked about it.
Yeah, are you gonna go with somebody else?
I'm going with totally something else. People all over radio talked about it.
Yes.
People all over the internet talked about it. This happened on the Monday night after we recorded, which we've been falling into some shitty scheduling. The first episode we recorded was the day before the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl hit, the world went nuts because of Beyonce being a jerk off. The second time we recorded,
Don and Mike.
Don
LaGreca and Mike. I forget his name now.
Suck.
I listen to him every day.
We know Don. Yeah.
This is what
almost every day.
Yeah, and
because Francesca sucks balls at this point. He's just coasting. I can't even listen to him anymore.
Michael K. Hello.
Michael K.
How the hell?
That's right.
How do we forget Michael first off? Whatever. Where we go?
Because he's the third mic in the room.
There's too many Michaels.
It's
actually the fourth mic in the room.
The fourth mic in the room.
Mike, and Mike.
Oh yeah, we got a mic. And my son Mike was here before. I thought he was going to ruin the show. He was screaming his head off.
And all of a sudden he's quiet as a...
Well, my wife's doing a good job. All right. But without further ado, let's get to it.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, wait. No.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money,
We're dancing ridiculously right now.
Right.
That's what's happening
We are dancing ridiculously because Shane O'Mac has made a triumphant return to the WWE.
You know, when I was thinking about this,
yes.
and we would talk about it, Okay, I'm gonna do this quick because we don't have a lot of time, but I just
No.
want to rant. Shane O'Mac versus The Undertaker is the only fucking reason to watch WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
They have sucked booking this WrestleMania to the extreme, Michael.
I don't even know if Hunter's still champ.
He is. Okay, here we go. For months and months and months and months, I'm going to quick talk this because I really want to get off my chest. I've been talking for weeks. On every Facebook, wrestling site, everything, I'm commenting. I never do because I don't really want to talk to people. And I'm booking WrestleMania. My booking for WrestleMania was, I always said, let Roman Reigns and Triple H fight each other. Let it happen. Let Reigns turn heel at the end. I said, let that happen.
Yeah. He needs it.
You know?
He needs it.
You know what I'm saying?
He's not Cena. He's not pulling in all the make-a-wish stuff.
No.
Make him a heel. People actually cheer for him.
Because they're going to cheer Triple H anyway.
Yeah.
You might as well make him heel. My next match was going to be Brock Lesnar and Bray Wyatt. The Wyatt family is the best gimmick in wrestling today. All of them. I love them all. Brock and Way and Bray and build up to WrestleMania. Just, Brock never getting the upper hand.
Yeah.
Because it's just too many guys. And even at WrestleMania, I love Brock Lesnar. He's a part-time guy. He should be just putting other guys over anyway. Not all the time. We don't make him like a louse.
Yeah,
but he's a bad guy. He can cheat.
Yeah, he can cheat.
You don't have to beat him straight up.
No.
He's a villain.
Yeah.
Even though Brock's like an anti-hero, anti-villain, Bray's a bad guy. He cheats.
Yeah.
So what do? They broke Dean Ambrose with Brock Lesnar, which I love Dean Ambrose. I just feel like this wasn't the right time to do this.
I think Ambrose Hunter would have been better than Reigns Hunter.
I do.
Yeah, I would have bought into that more.
My picture was this.
Yeah.
Honestly, the pay-per-view, the triple threat, this is what I thought it was all going to happen. That Brock was going to be taken out by the Wyatt family. No Brock.
Yeah.
Dean and Roman fight. Triple H sends in the goons.
Yeah.
And the Great One's music hit. His cousin, The Rock.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to sell out over 100,000 seats in Cowboy Stadium.
Yeah.
And you ain't doing it. I don't care what it says. They sell out. Lies. They didn't sell it. They bought their own tickets. With this thing, and not selling out. So, Rock comes in to help. What does Rock do? Turns by accident. Hits Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
They take Rock out. Dean Ambrose pins him. Dean goes up against Triple H. Roman as a heel against The Rock. Beating The Rock at WrestleMania. Because
Family versus family. Yeah.
And then that right there would have been like, I would have been pumped.
Yeah.
Plus, and like an AJ Styles, Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental. I thought that would just be like the match of the night. Anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm just so fucking pissed. Thank God for Shane Mack, because Shane actually is saving this shit right now.
And here's the thing with Shane. He can carry it with it. Like, all this other stuff makes sense, not only from a wrestling standpoint to watch these matches, it makes sense from a story standpoint. There's so much
Did
drama
you hear
built
me?
in.
Was I clear with...
I'm completely heard everything you said.
Cool. All right.
You-
Just want to make sure. I was ranting. I'm
You
sorry.
were ranting, you were fast, but you know what?
Was I clear?
Yes, you were clear. This is something you wanted to talk about. It's wrestling. It's important.
I had to get that
It's a
off my
part
chest.
of your life. It's a part of your history.
Woo.
I want wrestling to be good. I'm a fan of wrestling. I want to make time to watch it. I was at a certain point where I was staying up late watching it on my DVR when my wife was asleep because I enjoyed it. I'm not doing that with this product anymore.
No.
There's no point in me giving my time to myself to this show when it sucks. When they don't even when they've made such an effort to not care about booking, not care about story, to pushing their own guys because they're scared that their future is crumbling because Cena's getting old, and they're in such a panic mode to
Gotta
get
sell
that
them
next
T-shirts.
guy. They're in such a panic mode to get that next guy that they don't realize that if you just tell simple stories, you don't have to rely on the one guy. The one guy is going to come eventually. What you have to do is make your whole product better as a unit instead of trying to push for that one superstar.
You know, the thing is, if people if somebody actually listens to this that's a wrestling fan
Yeah.
or anybody, like, oh, they don't know the business, don't know the business. First off, wrestling,
Oh, you know the business.
wrestling, I know,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm of some vet, but I had a good 10 years working in the indie circuit, meeting, guys that were at the top and are at the bottom now.
Yeah.
The thing is, wrestling is about writing. You write characters and storylines. And at the end of the day, as time goes on, like a Vince McMahon, things change. Things that work then do not work now.
Yes.
And that's it.
And it's I don't want to say it's simple writing, but it's old parables. It's always the same story, good versus evil, right? You build your bad guy, you build your bad guy, you build your bad guy. At some point, the good guy has to win. At some point, there has to be a conclusion to the story arc.
Exactly.
It can't just be build, and then twist. You know, and then build more on the bad guy because it gets old.
Bill. Forget it. I don't like this. Let's move on to something.
Yeah, move
I've
on
seen
to something
storylines
else.
just get dropped. Like,
Yeah. And at some point, you know, I don't know if they're really all about the t-shirts because
merch. Who sells the most merch?
Because it's also a television show, right? And if I'm watching TV, I don't know who's selling a lot of t-shirts, but I hear who's getting a lot of reaction. And when the guys I hear getting a lot of reaction aren't winning, I'm not going to continue watching the show on TV. So your ratings are going to hurt.
I define it like this: movies, for the most part,
Yeah.
are there to sell Blu-rays, digital downloads, because the rarity of making a lot of money back on your movie.
Unless you're a Star Wars or a blockbuster.
Yeah, you're a big blockbuster. But I'm saying I make a $30 million movie and say it makes $60 million, you think, oh, I made a profit. Not really, but we'll make money when we sell our Blu-rays and this and that.
The mid-level movies and the low-end movies, the theater releases have almost become advertising for you.
Exactly.
After
I feel like Raw and Smack, there's advertising for merchandise.
Yeah.
You know, things of that nature. They become such a company now.
Yeah.
You know, they're a publicly shared company.
Yeah.
But I feel like what they're going to do is live in that mindset, and the wrestling's going to start going down. The ratings are dropping. Prescriptions have dropped. So yes, you're doing something wrong.
No, the ratings are dropping because, like I said, I haven't bought merch in a long time, and I'm not watching the show anymore. So you first have to win back your audience before they're going to buy anything. You know, so you have to. Yeah, something's got to break. And WrestleMania is supposed to be the Super Bowl of wrestling. And if I can't, as a fan, as a somewhat fan of wrestling, I'm not a diehard, like I said, don't even know what's going on at WrestleMania. How is the stranger? How is the market that you intend to sell it to, which is always been the general audience, WrestleMania? Yeah. WrestleMania has always been about grandma and mom and everybody watching it, even the people that don't like a prize fight. How are they booking this? How is this WrestleMania? We'll sit and watch it.
And they're booking, just the booking, when I mean booking, not just the match, the booking of how they're writing it. You know.
But thank God for Shane O'Mac, which is what we started.
Yeah, Shane.
Thank God. But what? See, I don't know what happened. I heard a lot of rumors of why Shane left initially. He wanted to be his own man.
Yeah, just do his own thing.
Or was it?
He owns the Time Warner cable of I believe it's Japan or China somewhere. Like he went like a Tom what's it cast? What's it not Tomcast? What the fuck is it? What? Broadcast. Not broadcast. Yeah. I forget what that was. Whatever. But it's a cable. It's a cable thing. I can't remember the name is now right now.
Tim Turner?
No. But it's Comcast, whatever it is. So like, you know, it's a cable. It's like the major cable company or something like that. He went out and did his own thing.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, basically they're scrambling. It was going to be Sting and Undertaker. Sting got hurt. It was going to be John Cena and The Undertaker. John Cena got hurt. They wanted to put one of the Wyatt family guys against him. They didn't think it would work. They scrambled. From when I hear the rumors of the date, he called Shane maybe, I think, 2 or 3 weeks before he came out and was like, we need you. I need something to save this.
Yeah.
You know? Roman Reigns and Triple H will be a good match.
So we know he's not staying around, Shane.
I don't know. I don't know about that. No. That's not true. Because he looks phenomenal. You go
he looks
watch
good.
Him working out. He looks great. He's in his 40s now, but I feel he needs something. Because I am bored of Triple H and Stephanie doing the authority.
Yeah.
It's just getting boring. So I hope Shane hangs out for a while. And I hope he gets back into it. I don't think he's going to. But I hope he does. I think they need some freshness.
Good. Well, I'm glad to see him back too, because the rumors I heard it was that he had a falling out with his dad, that he married somebody that didn't like the whole Attitude Era, and he was embarrassed, and he was like a born again Christian type, and he didn't want to deal anything with the family.
Yeah, but he left after the era was already kind of
it was kind of over. So, those rumors were always weird to me.
They're rumors. I can't really.
All right, and you know, I never really, I never really looked into it either, because I was like, the guy's gone.
Yeah.
You know, and at least he made it on his own, and now he's back.
He had a small loan of $1 million from his father.
A small loan.
I love that.
$1 million loan.
Well, that's like to me, a small loan of $100. If you want to put it in perspective.
Yeah.
Go Trump! It's my Jody.
Talking about guys that took loans from their dads.
Trump for life, baby.
He's so funny.
Word. It's my man.
Oh.
You seen him get Stone Cold Stunning? Hysterical.
Wait, he got Stone Cold
Stunning?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, that's right. The shaving head match.
Yeah, no, not that. Yeah, that match. He's in the refs. It was bad, but it was good. It was good.
Trump. All right, so there you go. All right, what did we learn this week? Just to round up, we're almost out. We got music intro. We started a little bit of a format. This is the end of the format. This was a free-for-all. We lost a lot of listeners. Hopefully we get them back. Me and Mike aren't gay, even though it's okay for you to think we're gay.
No, honey. You guys.
Oh,
Are
you guys are gay. We love Shane O'Mac. We're trying to get a little more professional. We're gonna do podcasts where we beat up other podcast members, and we're gonna call it. What did you say?
PodClash.
PodClash. So look for PodClash.
Sorry.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
All
Till
right,
next
guys,
time.
See you later, man.